This Amazing itinerary is for 7 nights, beginning in Barcelona, ending in Monte Carlo, for spring and the beautiful arts along the Côte d'Azur. I'm here with our destination expert, Claudius Dosical. Hi, Claudius.
Hello, Edie.
So this Amazing itinerary begins in Barcelona. What is there for our guests to see and do in Barcelona?
I would highly recommend that our guests take one of our pre-voyage hotel nights. We have a lot of wonderful hotels to choose from. And take a half-day trip out to the Montserrat Monastery. The mountains are quite spectacular and the monastery is very, very interesting. And I think a lot of people will be impressed by its size.
Wonderful. From there, we continue on to Marseille in the south of France for 2 days with an overnight. What do you suggest our guests see and do in Marseille?
I would highly recommend that, first of all, as we approach Marseille Harbor, approximately 1 hour and a half prior to arrival, we pass some very beautiful scenic islands, and it's just an interesting arrival. And then we also dock the vessel very close to the old port and to the old town, very easy walking distance. And because we have the overnight there, I would suggest in the evening try to find a restaurant of your liking around the old port, which are all around along the edges of the old port, serving some of the very best seafood in France.
You can actually do 2 nights of dinner out because we actually are there 2 nights, an overnight and a late night stay, before we head the next day to Saint-Tropez, where we also are at for a late night stay. What do you like to see and do in Saint-Tropez?
In Saint-Tropez, because again, as you said, we are there late as well, I usually like to visit a winery in the morning, and then in the afternoon just browse through the old town of Saint-Tropez, maybe go back there where Brigitte Bardot had her house, visit some of the shops, and I think you might want to elaborate that. And of course, then go and play some pétanque at the city square with a pastis or a Campari or a glass of rosé.
It all works for me, especially the shopping part. So from Saint-Tropez, we continue down the beautiful French Riviera coast to Cannes in the south of France with another late night stay. What do you like to see and do in Cannes?
In Cannes, I think one of the things I like to do there is right behind the waterfront, there's another lovely street which has some of the most beautiful and interesting shops of Cannes, and it's all just a short walk from our tender pier.
And from there, we continue on to Nice, where we are doing an overnight. What do you like to do in Nice?
In Nice, because of the small size of our vessel, we are really the largest vessel that fits into the tiny little harbor, and it's quite a magnificent view to see our ship in this beautiful spot in the harbor, which is right next to the old town. And from our docking position at Nice, it's a short walk to the flower and produce market, something nobody should miss.
And then from there, we wind up this itinerary with an overnight in beautiful Monte Carlo, Monaco. What do you like to see and do in Monaco?
In Monaco, I think one of the things I like to do is I like to get a little exercise and head to the village of Ez and take in some of the breathtaking vistas as you walk up the rock there, and maybe have a coffee on top, have lunch there, and then in the afternoon walk around Monaco or Monte Carlo and take in some of the shopping, some of the restaurants, maybe have lunch at the Café de Paris. And then in the evening, of course, casino.
A little James Bond gaming action works for me. Well, whether you take this Amazing itinerary or any of the other itineraries that Azamara Club cruises to, for sure you'll love where we take you. Bon voyage!